Good morning and welcome back to the topic that is going to discuss string indexing and slicing. Guys, you have to concentrate here. This is very important. You have complete what you can say control over the complete string. If you have control over the string, you can the good coding in the networking. How? Let's do this, then you will understand. Because in the output, network output, you have to pick up a means keyword. So if you have a string, you have good control on a string, you can do that. So let's define first my string. My string, like I'm
I should go to the Python, I guess. Yeah, still not in Python.
now you what do I in indexing. I have one string. So string in two word we discussed right now. The word is called ordered, and mutable. Mutable means change. Immutable. So string will be ordered and immutable. What do you mean by that? Suppose I define my string. Well, I define. Okay. So this you can't change this value element you, and you can't change even the order. Means this is the first position, second position, third position. They are in ordered, they are immutable. I'm not talking about variable. You can dynamic variable, this value can be changed xyz of abc, but this element, the immutable and ordered. What do you mean by order? They have index by default. They have index of every string. So what will be the index of this? They start from the 0, 1, 2. Okay. So indexing is nothing by default. Every string auto indexing, and you can call this element. So if you want, you have defined this string, and you want to call this value, you have to define order. Okay, what do you mean by that? So I have one string. Okay, so what will be the order index? So m will be 0, y will be 1. This space having value index, it will be the 2. Like this, every word you counting. What I want to say, I string, I will define my index value. Like 0, what will be going to print? What will be print?
M.
M, capital. If you going to print 1, so this is the order and immutable. You can't change this value. Astos, I want to change this value as, suppose I want to change y as a p. Let's see. What do you mean by immutable? Y as a p. Can I able to change this value? No, you can't change. Object does not support item assignment. A string is a immutable. You can't change. Astos, can I change? There is a different way. Yes, we can change. We're going to use the slicer. We're going to slice it out and reassign. Okay, going to use the concatenation. Okay, but you can't use the the value replaced by the other value, because the behavior is immutable. Okay, now let's go with the, suppose I want, what will be the fifth value of index? What is the fifth index of this
A.
table? Can you tell me the
A.
A?
Sorry.
And because the a space, you did not count the space, a space also. If you print,
Okay.
if you see the index 3, it will be a space 3. 3, I think 2 is a space, because it's starting from, this is the, okay guys, indexing. Now if you understand indexing, there is very beautiful use of reverse index. If I want to now, Ashutosh, what is the last letter? What is the index of the last letter? How many way you going to calculate? First way, there is a three way you can do that. First way, you have to count this one, two, like this. That's the lengthiest way. Maybe string will be the one book. Okay. Second way, because I want to last, I will count the function. I will use the function that going to count my letters. So that is called length, called len. So remember, I told you print and length. So this function going to count my entire string. So what is counting? 25. So means it's a total 25 letters are there. So if I'm going to give there the 25, going to print my last letter or not? Giving error. Why guys? Is total letter 5. I'm going to fifth number of index. Why?
String start from zero. Actually, indexing start from
Excellent.
zero.
Change start from 0. 25, there is nothing. Input 24. From 0 to 24 is a 25. Clear guys? So we have R in my string. So R is clear. This way we can see. This is second method. Third method, which is very good options we have in Python, that is called reverse indexing. How it's a work reverse index, right? Any string, I'm going to write it. This is a, if I'm going to do indexing, the indexing will be two, one indexing. Reverse indexing say that it will start from 0, 0 will be 0, but they will start counting from last. 1, okay. Are you understanding? Very helpful. 0 always is the first, but the -1 will be go to the last one. So what's the benefit of this? I don't know what is the length, or I don't know what is that. Just I want to see the last word. How big my string does not matter. It's going to be take reverse indexing from the last. Clear?
Yes.
Questions. So reverse indexing is very useful. Okay, for the slicing, for the other stuff.
But
I don't know where the my string going to be end. I don't want to count. I don't know what index. Just you start from back. You want to start you percent. Suppose I want to see in my string What the position of k? I should not count from here. It's easy to count from here. So it's a fifth position. Just go for 5 position. -5. And will come. Even indexing is going to be. So reverse intent, you have to see your count where is easy. First side or from 0 will be that 0 position. And the reverse count going to start from position.
Okay. Yes. So Ashway, anyway, because in this case, our string are like too short, so that's why we are able to count. But suppose if our string is too big, so anyway, we have to count either from like from the back or maybe from the reverse.
No,
So
don't worry.
this is
I'm going to give you method slicing. I will, if it's like suppose one book and you want some content, you are not going to work on the entire book. You're going to slice it. The page number, then slice it. Column number, and slice it. The one sentence. Okay.
yeah.
Slicing is important. How do you read the book? Suppose you want to read the content. You will go to that page number, then that paragraph, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you slice. Not you. You are not going to start reading from the from index. Okay. So we will see the slicing right now. We will practice slicing. Till here, creates you understand the reverse indexing and indexing. Yeah. What's the use of index? Let's do the slicing. Slicing we have like indexing. Same way. Find the define the index here. Okay. So slicing say that you have to define the first from where to start. From where to start. Okay. Where to end, colon, end means where you want to end. And while you are starting and ending, so what will be your steps? Steps means steps one, if by default is one, you are telling one steps means they will take entire after 0, 1, 3 means A. You going to see the two step, they will print with the A, they will print A, then two step. You're going to say that three step printing, it will remove two step A, D, then G. Let me show you what I want. Let's find my define. So I want slice. I want to print only the ABC. So my string going to start from starting point from 0 and ending will be 2. Ending will be the 3. 4. The ending where you going to end that before. The my string. I want to print. I want to print. I want to start the end and steps I don't want to. By default. So ABC. Can you see? Entire this they have slice in point starting from the third or third out D that is okay. Here you can define 0, you no need to define. I'm not going to define automatic, they consider that you are starting from okay. I'm not going to define last one also means it's going to tell that all the default value start from beginning, end at the end, and the default. If you add string Suppose I want last index, first index, I want to print, give you the exercise. I want to print DEF. Tell me what will be the my starting index.
Three.
What is the starting index,
Start
guys?
3. Starting would
Three.
be 3,
The ending will be
6.
ending will be
Ending would,
6.
yeah, yes.
Okay, 7. And what will be the step? 1.
Nothing.
1 default. I want to step default one. So DEF. Okay, if you are, because the default, if you are not going to give step also, that's the one. Now if I want to take print, I want to print entire this. So tell me what will be the change in this index. Sagar, tell me what will be the index value. You can see what changes I do.
We can start from -1 actually, if it is a last letters. So from -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can
Minus
do
1, it
mine.
will be the ending.
Okay, okay.
You are using
So
reverse index into
okay,
the
then it will give
slicer.
reverse. Okay, okay, fine, fine.
So
So
always
then it will be 3, 4, 5, 3,
that
4,
going to be
5,
minus
6,
1 going to
7,
be
8,
any
9.
so in this case I want end, it's by default. So default you supposed to keep. Just you remove the one.
This is 9. Yeah.
No, no, just remove that. The default
Okay,
one I
okay.
want to keep.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
supposed to be one. No need to give the reverse. No need to count. Slicing is a no need to count the back. Just you default if you.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
But
Yeah.
Astos, I don't want last default one. Which can I do the minus? I want end supposed to be at I. Then you have to use reverse index. Let's see it's working on. Okay. So my end supposed to be -1. If I want to end I, you have to do -1. Okay. And if I want to end at the natural end, you should not give anyone anything. If you want to end at the J, that's you should not define any fault one. If you want to do, you have to end point, you have to, I want a last rate, remove. So they remove the J slide. So reverse index going to be used slicer as a end point, not for the start. Clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So let me define my one. I have. Now let's do one project here. Very small project. We saw the reverse, saw the passing. Now, so interview, they will ask you reverse your string. You're going to write the big program for reverse, at least for 4 lines. What do you say, Sagar?
Yes.
Yes, but no, my dear. Here, by using a single liner, not even program, we can reverse my string, entire string. That's the power of Python. So in the interview question, they're going to ask you, I want the reverse number or reverse anything. Just you convert into the string and reverse your slicer. Now let's try how to reverse. Can you tell me you can reverse? Okay, before going for reverse the entire string, let's apply what's the use of steps. we have used the steps till now only the default, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I want this supposed to be printed. I want to print my only. I want to print my. What will be the my slice? Then you how we will first that. If I want to print my, what we will be the my slicer? Apply logic. I want to print my
Zero
string is
three one
my name is Astos Kumar. I want to print only the my.
Zero
zero
one.
three
It's a default, and then
three.
2. 2
Wha-
by is
Oh,
0, 1. This will be 2. Means 2 is the end point. And then
And default.
default remaining supposed to be default. Happen. Okay. I want to print Kumar. Challenge is I want to print the Kumar. What will be?
oh,
And I don't want to use the index. I want to use the first index one.
-5.
Excellent.
Default
Your
default.
starting point is a -5. That's all.
Default default.
That's all. How easy, Kumar?
-5.
s-
Okay.
Start from -5.
Start from minor. Reverse indexing in start. You understand?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Now do you okay. Now I want to print the first letter then third letter of this string. Only the third letter like my from my is M, then have N, then S, like that. Third position. What will be only the third?
So this will be 3 in third octet.
That's
And
all.
the
Yes, I have to. Well, are you understanding?
Yes.
So this is my. I want to print alternative. So you have using these three, you can play with your string. Okay. Now you apply your something called brain and tell me how do I reverse entire string? Test
we
it out.
can we can
Yes.
use -1 in second octet.
Okay, -1 in second octet. I'm going. Then what going to be happen? So starting from default and ending to but telling -1 and the one
No,
stave.
no, no. No, no, first octet it will be -1. Sorry.
Okay, first octet is a -1. Guys, please discuss here. You will remember if I'm going to give you solution here in the not a one
Second
liner.
octet.
So
Second octet you can put 0.
second octet I can put 0. Okay, excellent. So you are telling it's starting from -1, okay, and 0. Let's see this. What is this?
No, last octet also we can put -1. So
Octet means
uh,
steps. Okay, somewhere you are going closer.
and 0 we can remove.
Okay, we can move 0. And what about this first octet also?
-1, yeah.
Okay. Something you got, but tell me, is this reversed, guys?
Yes. Yes. No.
It is reversed now, right?
Is it
Yes, it
reversed or
is.
not? Tell me.
It is
It
reversed not only the sentence but the character itself.
Of course. reverse. You have to reverse the entire string. That is your answer.
Mm-hmm.
So no need to write the entire what we have done here. Thank you, Sagar. You this or your logics. Please practice. We can save our programming skill by using indexing slides. So here what he has done, he is telling you let's start from the -1. This is starting from -1. Okay, because this is default. Suppose let me keep. Let's start from -1. So started from where RA. Okay, but if you are not giving -1, what going to be happen?
Going to go to. So Ashwin, tell me one
So
thing.
both are right answer here. Actually, this is -1 is giving you right answer, but conceptually not right. I expecting these are supposed to be removed. Okay, because the default is you is default from 0. Okay, starting from the default, and I done the reverse with the step. What do you mean by step? Step says that you will start from here, and after this you will pick up this, after this you will pick up this, after this you will pick up this. Step means that if you are telling two steps, after this you will pick up this a space, after this you will pick up a, after this you will pick up this. Step 2, step 3. If you do reverse step, means they are telling you from here you pick up and do. If I'm going to do -2 as a step, what going to be happened? Reverse with the alternative. Reverse with the alternative. Are you understanding? The reverse number, reverse is yes, go.
Yes, yeah.
So I was saying, so you have got default -1, which is reverse, -1 default -1, which is also the same result.
And no,
And
the
now,
conceptually it should not give. Let me remove the reverse one. Actually, it will not give you, but there is always something called. I removed the reverse. Then what going to be? They printed only the R1. They
last,
started from the last. They ended default.
right.
So -1 says about this. That's why this result in the reverse case is right.
Mhm.
Okay. But if you don't give this, you are telling, I'm not talking about the starting ending whatsoever. The starting ending will be the normal. -1 step says that we will not start from the first, from starting, we will start from the end. That's all. Reverse step. You what doing? If I'm going to print this, so this says that yeah, this is my default starting, this is my default ending, and my step is from the starting to ending. As soon as I'm going to say that my default -1 steps is telling, yeah, my starting will be this, ending will be this, but my default steps will start from. So due to the steps, will pick up R A. So reverse the string entire program resolved by using slicing. Period.
No,
Okay. So now let me go back. I want to print Asutosh. Only Asutosh. What will be? What will be? Nabal? I mean, I want to. What will
So either we can count
So
in
you need to
similar
count
manner.
that.
No, I'm just telling the variation, the one
No, you
possible
should
ways to
not
just.
count. You should help yourself by using the hit and trial method. Go with just you take any number of starting that's approximate to the azoto. Because this is middle one. If I'm going to leave it as those, I want to print is, is. I want to print this. The challenge is I don't want to count. This is a small string, so you can count it, but
Mhm.
I don't want to count. How to break yourself by hit is a mathematics way, is a logical way. I want to eject. Other way also I will teach. But here in this scenario till now, how are we going to? So we should try for the any bigger number. Like I can see the almost 10. I don't know what is the almost 10, 12, 20 or 100. I will see that. So I will start with the 10, random any number, approximate. Then we will break and I will see. Let's see what is the print. Somewhere we are near. Okay, so what are the missing? That's called hit and trial. So you are able to get, suppose I did not get this number, I have done started from 5, 5 to first. So we have this 5, you can see that 4 letter more to go, so 4 or 5 letter you had. You can quickly do this is, and you can see there is a one letter is missing. You keep on doing this. Okay. This makes your execution power is, and debug you can count and okay slicer. Now I want to reverse us those. What will be? I want,
11
I
is.
have sliced, I want to reverse this.
The same thing with -1.
Minus 1. Let's see that.
Right. Okay.
Sorry. What happened here, guys?
Double, I guess, after 19, because we have not defined from where it need to be reversed. So we need to define after 19 the colon, double colon. So it will be
No, no,
at all this.
what I want to say, reverse. This is my string and I can reverse this. Why it's coming this?
We have to write 19 colon 11 colon minus 1.
Say starting.
So in starting we
Understand
can
that.
do 19 and then we
It's
can
a
do 11.
starting and it's ending 19. Astos. I want to reverse the Astos system. So minus 1 is the right, but why it's not reverse this? Or what we have to do to get to reverse the string. Okay, minus 1, what if I have done the minus 1, what happened to this? If I have done here minus 1, it's the entire string is reversed. Try to understand. If you understand this, you understand that. I'm going to close the session. The last under.
We have to have -11, -19, -1.
Okay. So Nikhil want to say that my starting point going to be minus 11. So your point is you going to count from backside.
Yeah. But if we interchange 19 first, starting from 19, ending to
Okay,
11.
great. Okay, there is two way. Actually, you are going right way. First thing, first you if this type of questions reverse your don't work, don't do slicing as a normal string. First you reverse your string.
Okay.
If first you reverse your string, then you do the slicing. Whenever they ask you some part of slice reversing, first you reverse, then you do slice. Now the The entire game is changed. How to do slice? Now you want Asutosh, so you can do random starting point as I'm taking 5 and the ending somewhere 15. I took random, I will see what's the output.
We don't need -1 anymore.
Tell me.
We don't
Slicing is
need
not
minus.
happening. What you will do? I gave you the answer. First you have done your reverse, then you do slice. But one step you have to do coming. This is not going to work, right? Yes. Just
But
you
the
have to define your variable. The role is here, yaar. You have to define your variable, then you go for slice. So it's two steps. Oh, then you what I want. So let's if you have two way. Either you first reverse your string, go for variable, or you keep your slice first, then reverse your variable. But both the time you have to store your string into the variable. What do you mean? First case, this is my string. Try to understand, guys, because you going to minimize your programming level. You have this string. Okay, I will slice. So slice we have done. We have sliced. We got the astos. I will define this to my new variable, new verb equal to this. Okay, and then you check new verb Ashutosh. Now what you have to do? Slice. You have to reverse this. That's all. This is one way. Second way, what I told you, you have to entire string going to be reverse first, and then you do slice. Now new variable will be this. Now you use slicer. What is a slicer? I think there will
11:9.
even. So you have break that. So what I have done, we have done first slice, then store in the new variable, then you reverse. Means you going to break your slicer and reverse, or you first reverse then slice. You have to define the variable. Just you have to define, that's all. So you understand the entire string reverse, or you going to parse your or any specific paragraph you want to reverse, or anything numbering you want to reverse. Suppose I gave you some integer list. List I'm going to define. I'll leave it. I'm going to discuss detail in the reverse. Up to understand that's called method. So questions, guys, interesting or not? You are able to save your Sagar.
Yeah.
Useful for you for attending.
Yes, yes, it's very useful.
Okay, so should I stop? We're going to see you in next class with the we're going to see the properties and the method how you going to call the so okay guys, still here any questions?
No.
No,
No, not
see you
from
in
us.
next class. Bye bye.